All right, SJN football fans, welcome to the SJN Spotlight Game of the Week. Today is Sunday, November 10th. We've got a 1:40 start. We've got the visiting team with the Eastport South Manor Mustangs facing off against our home SJN Bulldogs wearing red. This is a 7- and 8-year-old team coached by Mike Boccelli. They have I assume they've lost the coin toss and will be on defense to start. Eastport will be taking off on their own 35-yard line, heading from right to left on your screens at home. They've got two backs in the backfield and a quarterback under center. And in just a moment, we'll be underway.
It says the Mustang, but then it says district mascot is the Shark, so I don't know. But it says home of the Mustangs.
After about a 20-yard gain, Mustangs are pushed out of bounds. After a long run, the Mustangs will have a 1st and 10 from the from the Mustang. Nope, where are they? They're on the 48-yard line. Seems to be some confusion with the ball marker. Looks like they're on the 48, the SJN 48. After a long run, the Mustangs will have a 1st and 10 from the SJN 48-yard line. Once again, they've got two backs in the backfield with a quarterback settled in under center. Both ends are in tight. Quarterback hands off to a sweeping end, number 80, who is wrapped up and breaks some tackles. He's off to the races. And I don't think anybody's going to get him. He's into the end zone for an early 6 points here in the first quarter. Eastport South Manor up 6-0. Eastport sets up for an extra point here. They are running an offensive play worth 1 point. Number 11 cuts back and is brought down. He is in the end zone for an extra 1 point. Total tally is 7. We'll be right back with the first SJN offensive possession. After the touchdown, the Bulldogs have a 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Wearing their red jerseys, they're moving the ball from left to right. Three backs in the backfield. Quarterback under center. Handoff is bobbled. After the first bobbled snap, we've got 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball still just south of the 35-yard line. Another fumble. Another fumble. I can't tell who that was. But that's going to be a 5-yard loss for the Bulldogs. Third and long for the Bulldogs. Three backs in the backfield, ends in tight. I have been corrected that the ESM Eastport South Manor paint team goes by the Sharks, not the Mustangs. That handoff goes to 19. That's Alessandro First carrying to the wide side of the field. He makes his way up to about the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. 4th down coming up. With the ball spotted on the Bulldogs 38-yard line, they've got 7 yards to go on 4th down. They have elected to go for it. Three backs in the backfield. One is masked by the zebra. That's Chris Sormani running in circles, brought down at about the 31-yard line. Turnover on downs. ESM will take over. After the turnover on downs, the Eastport South Manor Sharks take over on the Bulldog 30-yard line. 1st and 10, two backs in the backfield. Quarterback number 4 getting ready to settle in under center. Number 20 in motion. Snap hits the ground. Number 4 rolls out of trouble and clambers his way up to the 25-yard line. 2nd and 5 for the Sharks. Number 4 settles in, calls for motion. He trips himself up. Somebody's got to touch him. They're going to call that down at the 30-yard line. Third and maybe 6 to go for the Sharks. 2 backs in the backfield, I formation. Handoff to number 49, who goes off tackle. He is met by Gavin Rooney, who brings him down for no gain on the play. 4th down coming up. 4th down and 5 to go. A lot of room to the offensive left. Sharks line up with 2 backs in the backfield in an I formation. Referees coaching up some of the men on the line. Number 9 hands off to 11, who runs into the middle and is brought down. All right, so that's the end of the quarter. They did force the turnover on downs. The Bulldogs will take over on offense as we return from this break in the quarter. We'll be right back. As we come back from a break between periods, we're starting up the second quarter. The Bulldogs will now be carrying the ball from right to left. I want to thank you for joining us here at Red Wolf Video Productions. We've got 3 backs in the backfield, it looks like. Quarterback Enzo Milner hands off to number 66. That's Colton Mars, who's brought down in the backfield for a loss of 1. 2nd down for the Bulldogs. Hands off to Alessandro first, who shakes off a tackler, but is brought down eventually at the 15-yard line for a loss of 10. Generous spot from the previous play. They've got 3rd down and 15. Two backs in the backfield with a wing on the corner. Reverse to number 66, Colton. He's off to the races upfield. That's Colton Mars. A lot of Sharks in pursuit. He's brought down at about the 12-yard line. The ball did pop out, but they're going to call that down. So he'll retain possession. Colton is slow to get up, so they're going to take a look at him. We'll be right back. After nearly a 60-yard gain by Colton Mars on the previous play, he was shaken up on the play, brought off the field. He seems okay. He'll return back to play shortly. We've got 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs from the 12-yard line. That was Alessandro first on the carry. Brought down for a loss of maybe 3. 2nd down and what looks to be about 12 or 13 yards. Ball seems to be spotted on about the 15-yard line, maybe north of the 15. 3 backs in the backfield. Quarterback Milner settles in under center. He keeps and goes to the right. He is brought down for no gain, maybe 3 yards on a play, actually, if they were back on the 15. Third down and 10 to go. Ball is spotted on the right hash mark. 3 backs in the backfield. Colton Mars is back in the game playing left halfback. Milner hands off. Fumble on the play, but they're going to call that dead, so that'll bring up 4th down and likely another 5 or 6 yard loss. 2-minute warning called here in the second quarter. 4th and long with the ball spotted near the 20. First down marker is way up on maybe the 3 yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. 1 wing off on the left. Hands off to Alessandro. Tackled in the backfield, no gain on the play, brings up first down for the team. 1st and 10 for the Sharks. They're going to take the ball out on their own 21 yard line. Ball goes off to the offensive left. Lots of Bulldogs in pursuit. He's pushed out of bounds by number 27, Anthony Voltaggio. With time winding down here in the second quarter, the ESM coach has called timeout. We'll be right back. Coming back from a timeout, ball spotted on the offensive left hash mark. Lots of field here on the near side. 1 wing back as the power back, and the ball does come this way. That was number 19, Alessandro First, making first contact in the backfield. Slowed up the runner long enough for other Bulldogs to pile on and bring them to a stop. Timeout called by ESM. We'll be right back. 2nd down and 12 for the Sharks. 2 backs in the backfield, I formation. Encroachment on the defense is going to back them up 5 yards. I don't know if that was a hard count there. I couldn't hear it. But we fired out pretty strong and hard there, so maybe there was. Motion in the backfield, goes back the other way. He breaks free, comes near side. Getting chased down. They are not going to make it. Another touchdown there for the ESM Sharks. 6 more points on the board. That's 13 in total. An extra point attempt here for the Sharks. They hand off to number 49. He makes his way into the end zone for an extra point. That brings their current tally to 14. Heading into the break here between halves, we've got ESM 14, Bulldogs 0. Coming back from the halftime break, the Bulldogs will take over on offense. Ball is spotted on their own 35-yard line. 3 backs in the backfield, and quarterback number 16, Enzo Milner, settles in under center. I believe that was Anthony Voltaggio, fullback, on the carry. No gain on the play. 2nd down and 10 to go for the Bulldogs. Once again, 3 backs in the backfield. Hands off to a sweeping end. That ball is fumbled. Milner drops down on it to preserve the possession. 3rd down coming up after a 3-yard loss. 3rd down and 12 to go for the Bulldogs. Two backs in the backfield with a wing set off to the left. Alessandro First carries near side. He's across the 40. He's across the 50. Pushed out of bounds at about the 45-yard line. 1st down, Bulldogs. First and 10 for the Bulldogs with the ball spotted on the ESM 44-yard line. Milner hands off to Colton Mars. Mars, number 66, takes off. He is going to take that all the way into the end zone for a Bulldog touchdown. 6 points, Bulldogs. After a 44-yard touchdown run by number 66, Colton Mars, the Bulldogs line up for an extra point attempt. Offensive plays here will net them 1 point. 3 backs in the backfield. That was Boccelli wrapped up in the backfield for a loss of 5 yards. No extra point awarded. After the Bulldog touchdown, the Sharks will take the ball out on their own 35-yard line, moving the ball from left to right on your screens at home. As we open up the second half, once again, thank you for joining us at Red Wolf Video Productions. Be sure to click that like button. If you would, please also click the subscribe button and tick that notification bell so you're notified every time we post up a new film. And now back to the action. All right, Bulldog gang tackle on a play up the middle. Maybe a 3-yard gain on the play. Second down and 8 to go for the ESM Sharks. Ball goes to the offensive left, cuts back up the middle. Gang tackled once again by the Bulldogs. Ball looks to be stopped at about the 44-yard line. Third down coming up. 3rd and inches for the ESM team. Bulldogs desperately looking to stop them. 2 backs in the backfield, I formation. Ball pops out. I think the Bulldogs may have recovered that fumble. And they have. Bulldog offense gets ready to run back down the field. We'll be back with that. After the fumble recovery, we're going to be heading into the sidelines for a quarter break. So this is the end of the 3rd. We'll be back with the start of the 4th. They're going to swap sides, and we'll be right back. After the teams have switched sides, the Bulldogs are now moving the ball from left to right. We've got 3 backs in the backfield. 1st and 10 after the fumble recovery. Hand off to Mars, who's brought down in the backfield. No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 for the Bulldogs. 3 backs in the backfield. 1 is set off as a wing. Alessandro carries. 4 yards lost on the play. 3rd and 13 for the Bulldogs with the ball spotted on the 49-yard line. Ball pops out. Bulldogs drop down on it, retain the possession. 4th down coming up with some more yards lost. With the Bulldogs facing 4th and 15, they elect to go for it here. Ball spotted on their own 49-yard line. 1st down marker is up on the ESM 36-yard line. Got offsides on the offense is going to back us up. After getting backed up 5 yards on that offensive penalty, we've got 4th down and 20 to go. The Bulldogs still elect to go for it. Same formation. Seems to be some confusion. And let's see, that's Owen Gigantiello brought down in the backfield for a bigger loss of yards and a turnover on downs. After the turnover on downs, the Sharks take over on the Bulldog 40-yard line. 1st and 10, I formation, power left. Ball comes to their left. He runs into Nico. Let's see, that's Nico Cheravino on the tackle. Ball popped loose but was declared dead. 2nd and 8 for the Sharks. The handoff is fumbled and declared dead in the backfield. His knee was down when he made contact with the ball to try to pick it up. That's a down ball. That's going to bring up 4-minute warning and 3rd down. Third and 8 for the Sharks. 2 backs in the backfield, power left. Wing in motion. Ball comes off to the left. Tangled up by Caravino. Voltaggio eventually makes the tackle. Gavin Rooney in on the tackle as well. 4th down and looks to be about 3 yards to go for the Sharks. They've got, I formation, power right. It does go to the right, hands off to 11 in the backfield. He's brought down by Rooney. Rooney stops the ball carrier at the, the 33-yard line, forcing the turnover on downs. Bulldogs will get one more opportunity to punch one in here on offense. We'll be right back with that. With likely under 3 minutes to go. I think they just called timeout because they have their own players on the field. We'll be right back. 1st and 10 for the Bulldogs. Ball spotted on their own 33-yard line. 2 backs in the backfield. 3 backs in the backfield. Nico is running backwards. He's across the line of scrimmage, brought down at about the 40, and releases the ball out of bounds. We got a referee timeout. We'll be right back. 2nd down and 4 for the Bulldogs. 1 minute remaining here in the 4th quarter. Handoff goes off to the offensive left. Alessandro First is carrying. He's brought down at about the 45-yard line. Timeout called by the Bulldogs, trying to preserve this last drive. At the same time, Colton Mars coming off the field holding his elbow. We'll be right back. The Bulldogs were awarded a 1st down after that previous play. Got 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Probably only 2 plays remaining here in the game. I think they may only have 1 timeout left. Milner hands off to Lorenzo Clark, who is brought down in the backfield. No gain on the play. More like a 3-yard loss on the play. Final play of the game coming up. 2nd down, doesn't really matter. Ball still on the 40-yard line. Bulldogs need to go 60 yards to put any points on the board. Unfortunately, by not making the extra point earlier, even scoring and getting an extra point here would not net them a win or even a tie. Colton Mars is tripped up in the backfield, no gain on the play, and that will be a wrap on this game. I've got the score presently as 14-6 in favor of the ESM Sharks. Oh, they gave him one more timeout. That's a stand-up thing to do, a classy thing to do by the ESM team, giving the Bulldogs one of their timeouts to let them maybe run one more offensive play. So as we're preparing again for this final play of the game, I would once again like to thank you for joining us here at Red Wolf Video Productions and this SJN Bulldogs Spotlight Game of the Week. We'd love to have you subscribe to our channel. Please tick that notification bell when you do so you're notified each and every time we post up a new film. And we look forward to seeing you at our next SJN event. Three backs in the backfield, quarterback under center. Milner hands off to Lorenzo Clark. He runs backwards and is brought down for a loss of 5 yards. And that'll be a wrap. Once again, I've got the score as ESM Sharks with 14 points, the SJN Bulldogs with 6. And I want to thank you again for joining us here. We'll see you at the next event. Enjoy your ride home, everybody. We'll see you back on the YouTube.